Before you dive into today's story, I want you to think about one question. What if someone who built one of India's biggest technology companies suddenly stopped talking about software and started talking about school corruption? Not a politician, not an activist, not someone seeking votes, but Zoho founder Sridhar Vembu, a man known for writing code, building products and creating jobs. Why would he risk entering one of Tamil Nadu's most politically charged debates? Was he making up a story to support the new TVK government, or was he simply sharing what he says his school experienced over the past several years? And why has this controversy grown even bigger after the arrest of BT Arasukumar in a case involving alleged cheating of private school managements? Today we are separating facts from allegations and putting the entire timeline together. Let's begin. A few days ago, Zoho founder Sridhar Vembu made a post on X that immediately went viral. He alleged that his trust, Kalaivani Kalvi Maiyam, had struggled to obtain approvals for its free rural schools during the previous DMK government. According to him, approvals remained pending for years and demands for significant amounts of money were made. He also said that after the change in government, approvals were granted and officials specifically told them not to pay anyone for approvals. That single post triggered an intense political debate. Supporters of the DMK questioned his claims and demanded evidence. Some even accused him of inventing the story to help the present government. Instead of remaining silent, Sridhar Vembu published a detailed explanation. He wrote that the criticism forced him to explain exactly what happened. According to him, Kalaivani Kalvi Maiyam operates two completely free NIOS schools. One is located in rural Tenkasi, the other is located in rural Theni. Let's understand both separately. According to Sridhar Vembu, the Theni school has a unique history. He says the campus originally belonged to a retired IPS officer. The officer had invested in building a quality CBSE school with good infrastructure. However, according to Vembu, the retired officer told him he was unable to obtain the required no objection certificate because unofficial payments were allegedly expected. Vembu says the retired IPS officer refused to pay because he believed it would compromise his integrity. Eventually, the CBSE school had to shut down. Later, the officer requested that Kalaivani Kalvi Maiyam take over the trust and continue using the campus for a completely free NIOS school serving rural children. These are Sridhar Vembu's public claims. They have been challenged by his political critics and have not been established by a court. Now let's move to Tenkasi. Unlike Theni, the issue here was not operating the school. The challenge was constructing permanent buildings. For years, the school functioned from temporary facilities, while applications for DTCP approval for new buildings remained pending. According to Sridhar Vembu, those approvals never arrived during the previous government despite waiting patiently. He says everything changed after the government changed. The approval finally came, but what surprised him even more was something else. According to him, government officials clearly told them not to pay money to anyone for approvals. The experience, he says, was the reason he publicly appreciated the administrative change. He insists he simply narrated his own experience and not a political campaign. Soon after, another voice entered the discussion. A CBSE school leader, Vinitha Govindaswamy, publicly described her own experiences dealing with approvals over several years. She alleged that obtaining statutory approvals for matters such as the fire safety, hostels and other requirements often involve expectations of unofficial payments. She also described instances where schools were allegedly expected to provide vehicles, staff and other resources for government events. After her post went viral, Sridhar Vembu shared it and encouraged others who believed they had similar experiences to speak publicly. This expanded the conversation beyond one school. The debate shifted from a single tweet to the broader question of whether approval systems for educational institutions need greater transparency. Even some representatives of private school associations have at different types argued that digitized approvals, fixed timelines and online processing could reduce discretion and improve transparency. At the same time, it is important to remember that not every school reports the same experience and allegations of bribery require evidence and proper investigation. Then came another major development. Police arrested BT Arasukumar, who is associated with a private school organization. According to investigators, he is accused of allegedly collecting more than 100 crore from private school managements by promising to secure school recognition, upgrades, DTCP and CMDA approvals and other government clearances using claimed political influence. Investigators allege that money was collected from numerous school managements across Tamil Nadu. Searches were conducted and documents, financial records and electronic evidences were reportedly seized as part of the investigation. These are allegations made by investigators. The case is under investigation and BT Arasukumar is entitled to defend himself in court. No finding of guilt has yet been made. Whether these stories are directly connected is a matter of investigators. But together, they have reignited an important public debate. Should approvals for schools depend on individual discretion, or should every application be processed through a fully transparent digital system, whether every file is tracked online and every delay is publicly visible? If genuine institutions are forced to wait years for approvals, children lose educational opportunities. If anyone exploits school by falsely promising approvals, that also damages public trust. In both situations, transparency benefits everyone. Sridhar Vembu ended his response with a personal message. He said he did not need anyone's certificate for his character. He wrote that he grew up with very little, studied in Tamil medium schools and has dedicated his life to building technology and supporting rural India. He said personal attacks would not intimidate him, and after responding to the controversy, he signed off with a sentence that reflects who he is. He said that he would now return to optimizing the code of their compiler. Whether you agree with his politics or not, the larger question remains. Should school approvals in Tamil Nadu become completely transparent, time-bound and corruption-free? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this video informative, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to Fireline Media.